In today's breaking news, the victims of Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump's former best friend and history's most famous predator, have unloaded on the latest cover-up attempts, and a prominent liberal media host is saying that Trump is not implicated in the files, but he is guilty of something, and I have what that something is coming up next.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Why, yes, we are, Mr. President, and I hope you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our reports exposing you and that Department of Justice of yours that is hell-bent on keeping the truth about Epstein a secret. Let's begin this report with the victims reacting to the latest cover-up attempts by Trump's DOJ via their lawyer, and then I'll have an alternative explanation of why the cover-up is happening that shifts Trump's guilt.
How are some of your clients responding to what they're seeing coming out so far that was supposed to be the entire file released with few redactions?
Well, as you reported on CNN and has been widely reported, there's a lot of disappointment in this early file release. At least, as you said, for my clients, for two of them at least, they're feel very vindicated, given that they've reported this 30 years ago. And I think what's really important for all of the victims and survivors is that there be full accountability and that we try to understand exactly why this very serious criminal complaint in 1996 didn't go anywhere, wasn't fully investigated, and actually led to the abuse and exploitation of hundreds, if not thousands, of other women. So
we saw there were 15 or so files that included a picture of Donald Trump alongside Ghislaine Maxwell, Melania Trump, and Epstein, where they were put out and then they were taken down, and there was a reason for that. And I want you to respond to what Todd Blanche, the DOJ, basically second in command, said about why that happened.
There were a number of photographs that were pulled down after being released on Friday. That's because a judge in New York has ordered us to listen to any victim or victim rights group if they have any concerns about the material that we're putting up. And so when we hear concerns, whether it's photographs of women that we do not believe are victims or we didn't have information to show that they were victims, but we learned that there are concerns, of course we're taking that photograph down and we're going to address it. If we need to redact faces or other information, we will, and then we'll put it back up.
Does this satisfy you, or do you and your clients have concerns that the DOJ is playing politics with this release to try and either protect the president or other powerful people from scrutiny?
I think there's a huge betrayal of trust with the victims and survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. This has gone on for decades, not months, but decades. Like another betrayal, another cover-up, another denial of the essential facts here, which was Jeffrey Epstein was connected to rich and powerful people and exploited women and young girls with impunity for decades.
Epstein was connected to rich and powerful people, and one of them was Trump, who once wrote that they shared a wonderful secret. Is that secret revealed in the Epstein files? Joe Scarborough sets up Congressman Ro Khanna by saying Trump's not implicated in the files, and Khanna doesn't disagree, and then they discuss what he is guilty of.
One of the great mysteries to me and a lot of other people is we've had reporting for some time. Donald Trump is not on Epstein's list. There's nothing in there that's really damning about Donald Trump. And as Susie Wild says, not damning about Donald Trump.
According to the chief.
Or Bill Clinton. So one of the great mysteries all along in this, not been like, what's Donald Trump hiding? What did he do? It's like, why, if he's not in these files, which all the reporting says he's not, why is he so obsessed on blocking access to the files? Is he trying to protect somebody?
Joe, you got to the actual heart of the question, and it's actually not been reported. One of the reasons Marjorie Taylor Greene got on board with Massey and my effort is she fundamentally believed that Trump was not implicated. Yeah. And she would call the president and say, look, just get these out. I don't know why you're not getting it out. And she would tell Massey and me, of course he's going to come around. And every press conference we had, we never made it about Donald Trump. We made it about the survivors. The survivors pleaded with Donald Trump. You can be a hero. No previous president has done this. Release the files. And what people are asking, and frankly, even I'm asking, is what are they hiding? Why is it that they're not releasing the draft 60-count indictment when they only charged Epstein with 2 counts? Why aren't they releasing the 82-page prosecution memo of all the implications he had with rich and powerful folks? Why are they protecting this Epstein class? And why aren't they releasing the FBI interviews? Every time they do one of these things of concealing, they're just raising further down.
Donald Trump will always be guilty of association with Epstein, but there may not be a smoking gun that provides irrefutable proof of his guilt of something far worse. And even though that's what we crave, a cover-up is also something that could sink him and the Republicans who have stood by their man. Trump currently resides in a bunker fortified by the DOJ, but the men he's protecting do not, and one of them just might hold the key to bring down the Trump kingdom.